Today's episode, we are talking about my morning routine, or at least this was the community question from Sylvia. Jeanine, can you share a little bit more about your morning routine? Welcome to the podcast, Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Jeanine Hurd. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. Hello, beautiful souls, to another episode of your all-time favorite podcast. I am beyond excited, and let me tell you, I am in love with the community questions. They're so powerful. They're just makes my heart so happy. So whenever you have a question, simply go to the community or click on the link in the show notes, insert your questions, and I'm going to answer them here in the podcast in the VIP version every Friday. And today's question is from Sylvia, and she just asked if I can share a little bit more about my morning routine. And of course I could, and back in the day, past version of Jeanine just would have told you exactly what I'm doing. However, many things have changed. Obviously, I grew a lot. I grew a lot as a coach about what I truly desire to teach you, how I want you to evolve on your own path. And at this point, before I'm going to share some things about my morning routine, we have to have a conversation about leadership. And the thing is, we are kind of born as being followers, meaning every time we desire something, we just ask for help, and there's nothing wrong with it. But it's more, let me ask not really for help or about your opinion. Let me rather, and this is also in the coaching world shown very often, like just mimic what's working. Mimic what's successful people doing. That's why all of a sudden when this 5 a.m. morning club book came out, and became like a worldwide bestseller, all of a sudden everyone started getting up so early and doing all the things in there. And there's nothing wrong with it. However, in order to manifest big money fast, in order to have a business that is always leading, that is super creative, we need you, we desire you, to have you in the energy of being a leader and not a follower. And that means your task can never be to follow what other people are doing. Because the leader of a market, the one who's truly creative, the one who's truly unique in all areas, in sports, music, art, coaching, in the business world, receives an outrageous salary. And then there are the copycat, aka follower salaries. They're still beautiful. They're just less. And I'm sharing this with you because I don't want to simply share my morning routine with you, because it's built on my desires. It's built on certain questions I've asked myself. So in this episode, you may be very disappointed at the end because I'm not going to share my personal morning routine with you. However, you will have the tools to build your own morning routine based on your alignment. People always ask me, frequency of fast. Frequency of fast is you in your own power, you in your uniqueness, you in your own authenticity, you expressing yourself, you being you. You've just listened to the first 4 minutes of the VIP version of the podcast. By becoming a VIP member, you can listen to 3 episodes per week. You will receive early bird access to the Monday episode, so you already can listen on Sunday. And if that doesn't sound great enough yet, I've got one more. Why you should become a podcast VIP member. I'm answering every week a listener's question in the podcast. So if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A thread and receive the answer in the podcast. Can't wait to see you. Simply click on the link in the show notes or go to courses.richandhappiness.com to become a VIP member.